Hey, Superman, I watched all your movies as a kid. I wore a cape, tried to fly away like you always did. Was gonna be just like you. And hey, Superman.
Hello, what's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday, and welcome into episode 17 of Connected by Seams podcast. Is the trio back once again: Seth Smith, Danny Espinoza, Garrett Smith down below. This is a fun one. We caught up with a longtime friend of mine, a country singer-songwriter and fellow Monarch and Modern Day alum, Davey Arnold. Awesome conversation. Davey living in Nashville now the last couple of years. And like we mentioned in the podcast, always nice when we can catch up with someone on a different time zone and make that happen. So appreciate Davey taking the time and doing that with us. It was a lot of fun. But before we get into all that, a couple things to catch you up on: the NBA and our random hat picks. Your boy, winner, Denver Nuggets, coming back from a 3-1 deficit, coming back and advancing. They advanced the furthest, so that is, I'm the last team standing.
Even though our bet's off, or I mean it's on, but the game's over for us, and I have really no interest in basketball. I really hope the Lakers shit all over them.
Yeah.
And just knock them out, freaking take the wind out the sails.
Well, the game winner last night was pretty sweet. I mean, the
fun.
bet's over, so Nuggets can do whatever the hell they want now. They've already won. They've already won me a prize, so it's all good.
Juice that orange. I get it.
Yeah.
I like the Lakers, but I want them to shit down their leg.
Yeah. I like that. All right. Well, let's get into what you guys will have to be doing.
Let's hear it.
With me advancing the furthest. I did not text you guys. I wanted this to just be a bomb dropped on you. I actually wanted to cue up the music here. Let's see if I can do it.
You got music?
If I can do it quick enough. This inspo from a couple of different things, but Danny, you played this on an outro, and it's my boy Branches and Big Wet. If you guys have not heard Turn Up on the Weekend, you guys are going to need to check out this video, Danny and Garrett, and you're going to have to put together 15 seconds each, a part of this video, and you're going to have to make a 30-second video of you guys making your own music video like this. So pick a scene, pick something. It doesn't, obviously you don't need to be on a yacht doing the freaking dance, but wear an outfit, do a dance, pick part of the song you guys are on, and you're gonna have to do 15 seconds of Big Wet.
When are we gonna debut these?
This will be for the next podcast, not for this. This will be for our next podcast. So next Tuesday. If you have not checked out this song, it is quite the jam from a couple years ago. Branches and Big Wet, Turn Up on the Weekend. Those are my boys. I've told all my friends I am in love with that song.
I've actually never seen the video.
Now you guys, well, you'll be plenty familiar with it now.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite, 15 seconds or so. You two do your own thing, and then I can mash them.
See the wheels spinning in Danny's eyes right now.
I'm like trying to think. Like, do we have to sing it?
No, lip it. Yeah, like it's on. It's basically a music video. You could be in the white pants.
I honestly can't remember 15 seconds of the lyrics.
No, you don't have to sing it. It's just like on in the background, and you're like acting.
It's basically a TikTok. We're making a TikTok of this song.
1,000,000%. Yep.
It's the first time I've ever referenced TikTok, but
there you go.
I get it. Yeah.
There you go. Well, you guys will be on the spotlight. Everyone stay tuned for that. That should be a heck of a time.
I'll see if my wife has a single piece.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You guys got a boat I can sit on? We
do. If it stays above water, I got one. I know someone. It will be all right. Well, shoot, I'm excited. That's your guys'. This is our first punishment.
I bet you are.
That's a good time. You guys will have to do that, and we'll just kind of use that.
And we should collab and do this together.
Yeah. Hey, whatever you guys want to do. I just need 30 seconds. That's it. I'm not even asking too much. 30 seconds.
Not too much. Get out of here.
Yeah. Someone.
All right.
Yep. Plenty doable. Plenty doable if you ask me. But we'll use that and we'll go right into our highs and lows. A high of mine, got my ears lowered, got my
Oh yeah, let's see that haircut.
got the hair chopped. Doesn't look too shabby. Well, I've been in a hat now, but got the ears lowered a little bit. As you can see, obviously looks really good right now. I'll go ahead and put the hat right back on.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. But that's a high because I need to get rid of that thing. Felt good to have that. And let's see what else. When it went back out in Mission Bay, had a good time on the water, enjoyed good weather down here. Hung out with a few friends, did that. And other than that, location, work. Holy cow, work's gotten so much better now. I'm no longer having to drive so far. They've kind of stationed me to a new location that's only like 10 minutes away. So I'm just settling into that. I started that over the weekend.
Are the people better?
I don't know. I worked with like the same people both days. I can tell it's much slower. So we'll see. I mean, I could be good, could be bad. So we'll see. But so far, good start. I mean, it's nice getting off work and driving 10 minutes and I'm home. So I'll take that. But that's a couple of highs for sure. Man, I didn't really think about my lows. Shit.
Besides your ears?
Yeah, besides my ears. We'll go with that. I mean, dude, I'm a champ this week. You guys are going to have to do a music video. Like, how do I have a low? There's no way. We'll skip the lows for me. You guys take over with your highs and lows.
Danny, you want to go?
Low. I've had glasses on for a week, which is driving me nuts.
Why is that?
I'm having eye surgery.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm getting corrective LASIK on October 2nd, which I'm stoked about. I mean,
you can't put anything in your eyes until
yeah, I gotta keep my contacts out of my eyes for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I just wear glasses all day. Thanks for listening, Seth. And then
hey, way to produce this, Seth. You're doing a great job.
Good job.
This is actually probably the best part of the podcast right now because you're not on it.
Oh,
you can't hear us either.
That's good. That's a good point.
You know,
good
we should make a bet between us right now and then make him lose because he can't hear it.
We should.
Right, Seth? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so continue your LASIK and
yeah, so that was a high. That was a low. The high is that I had my
grabbing a damn charger.
And then my other high was that I went horseback riding with my son this week, but instead of putting him in my lap, he rode his own horse for the first time.
I saw that.
I held his lead rope, but still it was good. And my son turned 4, so it was kind of like all good week.
Was he all about it? Like, did it take much convincing?
He wanted to ride it.
Yeah, he elected to do it. You didn't say like, oh, that's
he said it the week before, so I just brought everything just in case he still wanted to do it. And he said, yeah,
that's awesome.
Sweet, let's do it.
I like it.
Yeah, and he turned 4, so even better.
Well, I guess my turn. So my high is went out to Havasu and had a hell of a time.
See, now you guys calling me out on my bullshit last week. It makes sense. I couldn't go to work, or I couldn't go to freaking Havasu with Garrett because work. Although I had less days, I couldn't pick days. It all makes sense now. I'm off the hook. You guys get it.
You missed out.
Yeah,
it was beautiful out there. I mean, it was like we were saying, or I was telling you before, it was like 105, maybe a little above that, but weather was perfect. There was like really nobody there. Like, it wasn't typical crazy Havasu, so the water.
Yeah, getting to the end.
The water was freaking, just easy cruising in the boat, freaking, up and down the lake. It was beautiful.
Awesome.
It was a great time. And then, on the flip side of that, while at Havasu, my Apple Watch died.
Nice.
I've had this crack in it for a little bit, and I smacked it a little too much, I guess, somewhere on the boat, and shut off. So
yikes.
I had to continue, and that was like within like the first hour of being out there too, and so I wore it the rest of the time because my watch stand was awful. awful. So
Well, I mean, two things. Never rely on technology, right?
fair enough. Fair enough.
Terrible. And the other things, I'm sure you were sober. So
Yeah, well, of
I was
course.
real tober.
yeah.
And
Totally sober.
totally tober.
Yeah.
But I think I got that Apple Care on there, so I'm good.
Oh, there you
Yeah, I
go.
sent that shit back, and
How long
We're
did you?
good.
How long have you had it?
a year and a half.
Oh, you're nice.
Yeah.
Time for a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was meant to be.
I got my use out of it, so
You were doing
send
yourself
it back.
a favor.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
gonna give you a new one anyways.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Sweet.
I hope they say they're like, oh yeah, we'll just send this guy something new.
Yeah.
Well,
Apple, they're real giving over there, so they're all about the people. At
Well,
Apple.
yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah, especially with their prices.
Yep.
Yeah. Always looking out. As we are here
Yeah.
at Connected by Seams and wanting to present just the best show possible. Again, episode 17. This has been awesome. I can't believe we've made it this far.
17?
Us three are still friends and brothers and still getting along, and here we are. But and it's cool. Like I said, a modern day alum. We're able to kind of go to like some roots here. You know what I mean? And line up some high school buds, and it's kind of cool to kind of show.
You know what's funny?
From high school to success, it's cool.
I had this conversation actually this weekend, and somebody was asking me about our show, and then it kind of was going all over the place with like who are your friends and whatnot, and they're asking like, do you talk to people you even went to high school with? And I was like, actually, a lot of my like good friends are all guys or girls from high school, and I was like, it doesn't happen a lot. And it was just funny to think about, like, yeah, a lot of them are from high school or even before then. Like, Danny, you and I, we're working on what, like 27 years? Like, it's been a while.
More.
So, and then on the flip side for our show, too, it's like everybody we talk to, for the most part, there's a connection with our friendships and just relationships that we've built. And there's all these interchangeable factors. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
That's why we wanted to start the show.
Yeah. I kind of same thing. I was talking to someone at dinner one night. They were asking me kind of like, how do you market that podcast, etc. And I was like, exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, I just have to tell you, you know what I mean? It's so much easier to tell people, but it's fun to talk about because you say it and they're like, whoa, that's really cool. You know what I mean? It's not just like for one particular crowd to, enjoy. So,
anybody could listen.
Yeah, that's our hope. We hope you guys are still with us as we're still just in the first segment. But here we are as we get ready. We'll send it to the interview. Again, Davey Arnold, California boy, took himself from the uncomfortable of, I hope they like me. I hope they take me seriously.
Don't spill it.
And yeah, well, all right.
Let him listen to
I'm too excited. Anyways, we'll send it to the interview with country singer and songwriter Davey Arnold. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into Connected by Seams podcast. Today, welcomed our guest, country music singer and songwriter, joining us from Nashville, a longtime friend of mine, a fellow monarch of the show, Davey Arnold. So happy we can finally make this happen. How you doing, man?
What's up, man? Thank you so much for having me. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. Better now.
Wow.
Doing better now, man. This is we've been trying to make this work for a while. We know you're a busy man, so we thank you for taking the time and joining us. This should be a good time. We were talking pre-show and realized I should have just pressed record. Already catching up, so this will be fun. A little backstory: Davey and I met when we were playing baseball at Mater Dei High School in Santa Ana. You transferred in, what was it, your sophomore year?
Yeah, sophomore year. First semester sophomore year.
Yeah, and then I was a year older, so it was my junior year. I could always remember you came in, big guy, but even bigger voice, dude. I remember you like in the locker room. You were always singing. You were always jamming, playing music, stuff like that. So it's kind of funny the direction things have gone now. At that time.
Well, where are we transferring from?
I grew up in La Habra, California, Whittier, La Habra area. So,
high school.
North Orange County, South LA County area, kind of.
Where were you transferring? What school were you transferring from?
From La Habra High. So
Okay.
Okay.
I was playing
Very
baseball. I was playing baseball and football. I was lucky enough we won CIF in football my sophomore year, and I transferred over that next semester. So I had been trying to get into Mater Dei with you guys for a while, and I got a call, and I was like, "Let's do it, man."
Yeah, you
That's
were
awesome.
Blanche and them, right? Matt Blanchard and those guys you were
I
close with,
remember him.
right?
Yeah, we're boys.
Yeah.
We grew up. We were buddies since like 10, 11 years old, and we both tried to get in together. And he was more new. He got in, and he would take me to all the beach bonfires, and he was my Mater Dei recruiter.
That's what I remember that. No, seriously, because you transferred in, but you weren't like you came in and you knew everyone, and I don't know, maybe you didn't feel comfortable, but it seemed like you came in and you were comfortable. Like I said, you were singing in the locker room, and it didn't take long for you to kind of get acquainted. And I didn't know that. 2-time CIF champ. You, like 2 others on this show, not including Seth, CIF champs. 3 CIF champs here from Mater Dei. That's pretty cool. 5 years apart. G and Danny in 05, and then Davey, you winning it in 10. Kind of talk about that, though, man. Talk about your passion for baseball, sports. We'll get into music, but talk about that first, and then ultimately winning that CIF championship your senior season.
I mean, dude, growing up, baseball was my whole life. My dad played a little bit of minor league ball, and ever since I was a little kid, man, we were outside hitting soft toss, wiffle balls, and running laps and throwing off the mound. So, man, that was my passion for as long as I could remember. And just going to Mater Dei, there's nothing like it, man. They're professional practices, we're going to have the best facilities, and just getting after it with, our practices, our scrimmages, man, looking back, like being like 17 years old, facing 4 guys throwing over 93, like competing for a pinch hitting spot. And, it was amazing.
You could go
looking
start
back
at a lot of other places if you wanted, but
but I don't regret anything. And it was a great experience, best of guys. And, and then to cap it off by winning a championship was unbelievable.
That's awesome. Yeah. What's your thought on what's going on with baseball now?
What's that?
What's your thoughts on what's going on with baseball now, with everything and the weirdness of the schedule and everything that's happened?
Weird is a perfect word, man. I just like watching. I want to get really excited, but it just feels so strange and like abnormal. And like even when they post like the standings of the divisions and like seeing like the, getting ready for the playoffs.
Real division, yeah.
It's really strange, but I'm grateful to watch baseball on TV again, that's for sure. But
well, Nashville is such a big sports town too. I mean, before obviously now COVID, you can't get that true experience, but there's no professional team there. But rumblings are that they're really pushing to get one, or something like that. What have you? Do you know any? I mean, not like insight, but could you tell us? I mean, are people amped to watch sports, baseball in particular, that direction?
Totally, man. I mean, Nashville really is a passionate city, and we kind of get behind any sports teams that we have. I mean, you saw the Preds make that run a couple of years ago, and we'd flood the streets.
Few of them.
People were blown away. I know the Nashville Sounds were there. They were
the AAA for the A's.
And then did they switch to the Rangers recently or something like that?
Yeah, they just did this last year, right?
So there was a rumor going on that the A's were trying to – I mean, for years the A's have been trying to get out of Oakland, but I don't know if the A's were going to come out here when the market would get back on track. But I'm not sure. I would love it. I'd be first in line getting season tickets and
I think that's one of the places they were looking at because I think there's going to be the league's going to have some expansion teams here within the next 5 to 10 years. There's too many players and not enough teams at this point. And so I believe Nashville is one of the sites they're looking at. Should be a great place to go play. I mean, God, could you imagine living in Nashville and playing? I mean, that would be unbelievable.
I mean, as a fan and as a player.
Right. It'd be so. I mean, on top of that, the travel. If you're in the Central or the East Coast, you're traveling you're right in the middle. I mean, it's so easy. It'd be such a great place to play.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a different sport, but when they had the NFL draft there, oh my gosh, I don't know if the draft. I mean, they draw pretty well when it's in New York and stuff, but it was freaking packed just for a draft. So to get a professional new buzz something there would would be pretty sweet. But kind of going back towards you, Davey, after that championship, you play a season junior college. You join Garrett and I, part of the OEC, Orange Empire Conference. But during that year, was music a thought? Were you playing shows? Was it strictly baseball? Kind of walk us through that year and then kind of how you transitioned, you know?
I mean, going back, dude, when you were talking about me singing in modern day locker rooms, I could just be this clear. I was probably singing with like 2 people in there. But once it got more than like 10 dudes, I would shut up. And I kind of came out of my shell as I got a little bit older. But still in junior college, I was still on the baseball train at Fullerton College. And, you know, starting to write songs. Maybe I wasn't showing anyone yet, but I was definitely like experimenting and like thinking like, oh, I think I could write a song, man. And, you know, and it slowly started to grow. I started to get more passionate about it and kind of dove into it as soon as I ended up leaving Fullerton College and transferring to Arizona State.
Well, that's perfect segue right into you becoming a Sun Devil. What was the reasoning of going to ASU? Was it music? Was it the area that you could maybe thrive off of, knowing what you wanted to do, maybe secretly? Was it the education? What kind of took you to ASU?
Was it the parties?
Yeah, that's
it was
the ladies.
The education. You know, I'm a very scholastic thinking person.
Well, of course.
Academics are very important, and they have a really strict admissions process. I think you have to have a minimum of heartbeat and a 2.0.
Yeah.
So
I knew I got in there for a reason.
You did it.
Number one, they're number one in innovation this year again. So,
bam,
always innovating.
Pride, baby. That's Sun Devil pride right there.
But no, man. To be honest, I don't know if you guys can attest to this. When you get so invested in a passion and an obsession like baseball, after it's over, you're kind of like, what the heck am I doing? Like, I guess, you know, I had a buddy going with me, my buddy Dave. We toured Oklahoma State together, and we were going to go to whatever school together. I ended up choosing Arizona State. We had a couple other buddies there, but it was just kind of like, hey, we got in, you get in, let's go, man. Let's just try it out. Like, we got 2 years left. Let's just go to Arizona State and have a great time. So that's what we ended up doing.
No, it's
So
good school to go have fun.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Yeah, not a bad choice.
No, but talk about that, dude. You dropped the bat and glove for the 6th string. Where did you start playing? I read a couple of different things. You just play it, you know, maybe a couple of different parties or bars locally, things like that. How did that become a thing for you?
Absolutely, anything and everywhere that would take live music. So it started out. I did the fraternity thing. I was kind of iffy just being like an ex-athlete. I'm like, I don't know if I'm a frat guy or if I want to do the fraternity thing. And a couple of my buddies that I already knew that were there, you know, kind of pushed me into doing it. And I mean, super thankful that I took that jump and went out of my comfort zone. Like I was talking about before, I was kind of a shyer guy. Never wanted to be, you know, like too much attention on me. But when I was pledging the fraternity, we went to a sorority house to like their chapter meeting. And you have to do like some silly dance thing. And there was like 16 of us. And we're getting ready to go. And
do you remember the
like,
dance?
What's that?
Do you remember the dance?
Well, here's the thing. I'm like, dude, I don't dance. I'm a terrible dancer. And we're practicing. And the active members are like, dude, this looks like can you cuss? Can I curse?
Yes.
You can say whatever you want.
Like, dude, this looks like shit. You guys are embarrassing. We cannot do this. And like, what else do we got? What else do we got? And I remember they're like, this guy plays guitar and can sing. And I'm like, no. And we end up, long story short, I just end up playing guitar. They buy like $1 cowboy hats from the Dollar General. And they all stand behind me and I sing and play guitar for the sorority in front of like 300 girls.
Must have been tough the day after that.
I figured after that.
But that was rough.
I was like, man, if I'm so shy, if I could do this, I could play in front of anyone. If I can play in front of 300 college girls, we weren't sober, okay? We definitely did the whole bottle pull of some Vitaly
Liquid
classic
courage,
bottle.
for sure.
Yeah, but
did we get a naked cowboy performer with just guitar sitting up there on the stage?
I didn't drink that much.
Yeah.
Like Jenny and Forrest Gump.
It's PG-13.
Yeah, always. Well, shoot, man, was it when you did start going around and just, you know, playing at different places, was it just you solo, or was it you and maybe someone else that kind of tagged along early on?
It was just me, man, and it was just me just trying to figure it out. And then as I graduated, I was thinking what to do with my degree and what I wanted to accomplish, and I went on to Craigslist, and this guy posted a thing of her country cover band, Need a Singer, and it was like a 2-hour drive, audition in my garage, and I'm like, call my girlfriend at the time, now my wife, I go, hey babe, like, if I get abducted, here's the address. Like, I'm driving in the middle of BFE, Arizona, and I'm gonna like audition in this guy's garage. Like, do I bring like a weapon? What do we? And I thought he was gonna have, a bottle of lotion, like put the lotion on the skin.
Oh, he was ready.
But that was my first cover band, man, and we hit it off and started just walking into any bar in Tempe, the college town, and just, you guys have live music? No, but can you? Like, if I bring everything? And my first gig was this bar called Moonshine.
Yeah.
Bar on Tempe, called Mill Avenue. It was like the big bar scene. But I went in there and I go, hey man, can I play happy hour 5 to 7? He goes, yeah. I'm like, can you guys pay me anything? He's, no, but you can get tips and you get like a percentage of the bar sales or something. And they're like, this guy's not going to bring anyone. And my next 7-8 weeks, there was like 120 dudes all drunk, getting drunk at 5:30, calling everyone. I'm just sitting there playing acoustic. They're all, Margaritaville, play, Wagon Wheel, and it was
As great friends should be doing in the crowd. That is awesome.
It was the college beers, like $2 drafts, just ridiculous prices, but.
Let me ask you a question. You're from Orange County, and
yeah.
Obviously country music. We all like country music. My family grew up in country. I'm into hunting. I got horses. I got a ranch and stuff. Tell the people how you got into country music. Where's country music come from? Because every time people see me with horses or see me doing anything country where I'm at, that's all I wear is boots. They said, how the hell are you wearing boots? You're from Orange County. So give people just a background maybe of where it comes from.
So, growing up, dude, I wasn't big into the pop punk metal scene, just like everyone in Orange County, just because it's everywhere, skateboarding music. And as I kind of got older, I kind of gravitated towards the rockier country guys. Kenny Chesney, Eric Church was my dude, Dierks Bentley. And then there was a time when I got really into Gary Allan when I was starting to write songs. Gary Allan's from Whittier, where I grew up. And he was pretty big in the early 2000s, 90s, had his time. And it kind of hit me like, damn, if this guy can do it, and if I love singing country songs, if this guy can do it, because you always get worried, man, what if they think I'm not cool because I'm from California? I don't have a big, thick Southern accent, and I didn't grow up on a farm. But I was like, hey, man, if Gary Allan could do it, Dierks Bentley's from Arizona. I got into him. He's one of my idols too. I was like, hey, man, if they could do it, that kind of gave me the confidence. But honestly, dude, hitting batting practice, it might have been your playlist, Seth. Were you making playlists for our batting practice? Was that you, or is that someone else?
Wow, shout out guy? Mark. My stepdad, Mark Bright, I'm sure I helped him or whatever, had some input, but Mark kind of did that and then did the whole PA thing. Wow, he'll be fired up that you just said that. That's cool.
Hitting BP to Beard Mexico and Tim McGraw and stuff like that. It was dude, this is me, man. I'm all in, baby.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's what I know. People. I'm not obviously. I just like being in the country and stuff. But people always like, how the hell you hunt? You're from Orange County. Why do you hunt? Why are you on a farm? Why you do all that shit? And I'm like, who doesn't want that? That's the life. I don't have you don't have a boss out there. You don't have anybody telling you what to do out there, and you get to listen to the best music and just hang out and drink beer with the guys.
Hell yeah, man, dude. Being in California too, there's so much different types of terrain out there where you can get your mountains, you can get your beach, you can get your big city stuff. So, I love, dude, if I could, I would fish every single day. I'm obsessed with bass fishing, obsessed with outdoors. So I think that was always just a big passion of mine. But playing baseball, I didn't really have a weekend to go fish. So once kind of baseball went out, that's when songwriting, music took over, and outdoor stuff, shooting guns, and having more time to do that.
Opened up a whole new horizon for you. That's pretty sweet, man. Well, you kind of became, you were able to become kind of a mainstay in that area. You've played a bunch. Do you have a favorite local place where you maybe started that you felt most comfortable, or want to give anyone a shout out?
Back in Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just following my story, I mean, starting that cover band and then kind of finding my way of how to perform and how to write songs and how to, like be an entertainer. Started making a name for myself out there. It turned into getting kind of in main opening act for any national concert that came to town. So it kind of took off really fast. We started to make a name for ourselves. We did my first big show ever was Joe Nichols. We opened for him up in Flagstaff. There's like 10,000 people there, 8,000 people.
Wow.
Then it snowballed into Brothers Osborne, like
Big.
taking shots of bourbon with them backstage and opening. Then we ended up doing a sold out show with Dirk Bentley. He played the Phoenix Waste Management Open a few years back, and we got to open with him. We got an hour and a half set, and it was all original music on our like rotating stage in front of thousands. And
Awesome.
How
hanging out
surreal
with
was
Dirk
that?
backstage. I mean, that was the moment where I was like, holy shit, man, I think I could totally do this if I want to. And so yeah, Arizona was huge for me for development, learning who I am, learning how to write a song, how to entertain, and just kind of have given me the confidence to, take that jump and believe in your dreams, chase your dreams essentially.
Well, yeah, that's gotta be tough to, I mean, go from playing, in front of friends or family or whoever to like, all right, now everything's on you on stage in front of 10,000 people. That's gotta be nerve-wracking as hell. Like that's like none of us have experienced that.
It blew my mind, man, and it was something I'll never forget. I remember my boss. I was working a sales job at the time, and I'll never forget this. And my boss was so cool. He let me have the freedom of doing like radio interviews in the conference room and getting the time off when I had shows or I had to go out of town. And I remember playing that show on a Thursday night and playing the show, drinking with Dirks after, hanging with his band, staying up till like 4 a.m. Just fun fact, you know who was there at the after party? Tim Salmon.
Oh,
Because
Kingfish?
his brother was
Kingfish.
brother was part of the foundation that helped book Dirks or something like that.
Okay.
So I was like drinking with Tim Salmon. I'm just like, this is the best time. Growing up like a big Asian family.
Yeah. Double whammy,
And, dude, it was Kingfish, man. Going upstream with
Upstream,
Kingfish in the
baby.
after party.
Oh my gosh.
But nice Rex Hudler reference. But
Yeah. You
But,
even did the whole
yeah,
thing
dude,
too.
I remember going to work that next day, sitting in the cubicle at like 7 a.m. I'm a dumbass for not taking time off, but the next morning I'm at work, just hung over, putting my face in my face in my hands at my desk, and my boss was at the show too, and my buddies from work, they're like, "Dude, you killed it!" I'm just like, "Yeah, dude, that was awesome." And now
I'm dead.
That
Yeah.
was just the beginning.
Holy cow. Well, shoot, you
So-
mentioned the big names that you've opened up for in 3+ years now. You've played over 300 shows throughout that Arizona and Southwest area that you mentioned. You've taken the stage at some huge venues, man, including the MGM Las Vegas, Arizona's largest country festival, Country Thunder, Bird's Nest in
Oh, hell
Scottsdale. Which kind of stands out to you as like a favorite, or what kind of hit home the most for you through all those different experiences?
The Dirks thing at the Bird's Nest was probably my favorite, just because like I said, he's one of my idols, and just talking with him and just him showing me like, dude, if this guy from, like I said, like this guy from Arizona could do it, like, man, I could do this. And he straight up asked me when we were talking backstage, and he's like, when's your guys' next show? Like, where's your guys' next run? I'm like, I'm playing your bar on Friday. He goes, where at? I'm like, Scottsdale. I'm playing happy hour. He's like, you don't live in Nashville? And I'm just like, no. He's like, dude, you got to get your ass to Nashville, man. What are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, okay. Whatever you say. But yeah, that one, the Las Vegas one was really cool. That one, we got like the celebrity treatment. Got way more than what we should have, having our own little suites and rooms and living the Vegas life. I remember on the there was like a little marquee outside the MGM next to the T-Mobile arena, and says like Davey Arnold, Clay Walker Bobby Bones at the MGM, and then like on the next one it says George Strait at the T-Mobile, whatever the.
Oh shit!
Dude.
So you were there at the
facility,
end.
and I'm like,
You were there at
what
the
is
NF,
going
like
on?
around the
What is
NFR.
going
The
on?
NFR in 2016.
God damn!
Yeah,
I went to the George Strait one that night. I wish I would have known.
Oh, did you really, man? You were right
Yeah.
next door.
I go to the NFR every single year.
No way, man. That's hilarious. That's
Oh,
awesome.
I gotta start looking out for this stuff.
Wow.
And then, funny story though, just piggybacking on the NFR thing. When I moved to Nashville, I pick up a bartending gig, and it's like my second week, and I'm working behind the bar, and this lady comes up and she goes, "Oh my God, I saw you at NFR and at the MGM. Like you signed my hat. Like you were amazing. Like you live in Nashville. Like you bartend." I'm like, "Oh yeah. Like what's your name?" Da da da. And the guy I was working with looked at me like,
Who the fuck are you?
Dang, dude. I'm like, no, man. Like I just moved
It's
to
not
town.
like
Like
that.
I'm due, man. I promise. Like, or anything, but like I swear he never looked at me the same. He'd be like, "Hey man, you want to split my contenders? You want something, dude?" But just piggyback on the NFR thing, man, it was so funny.
I mean, that had to have been one of the biggest perks you thought that was going to come out of this, is that you could split some chicken tenders
some
with a
tenders.
coworker, right? Like when
I
that's
sit
a
down
score.
and write a song, man, I'm writing a song for chicken tenders.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, man. Well, shoot, let's kind of talk about that. You just released your newest hit, Superman. Talk about the backstory behind the often talked about Superman.
Yeah, dude. Just growing up, it's almost like you go from the wild and crazy 21, 22 to getting a little soft spot in your heart. I'm 28, so it was one of those rights where, like, man, you guys feel like writing a country song and not just like a party. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've written a ton of party songs, a ton of like fun songs, but you guys want to like write something from the gut, from the heart tonight. And we sat there for 4 or 5 hours, and I had this idea, Superman, about putting baseball players or superheroes on your wall, but they're nothing like your dad. And we started writing it, and I remember my wife texted me like, "Where are you? It's almost 9:30. I'm so hungry." And I'm like, "Oh crap! I told her I was bringing home dinner." She's like, "It better be a really good song." And it turned out it's probably my favorite song I've ever written, man. And my dad's a huge inspiration to me, my best friend, and got me into baseball. And he's my number one fan. I mean, Seth, man, if he saw you at his work, he would go sprinting up to you and he'd be like, "How you doing? You should check out Davey's new song. Here, listen.
Yeah,
He's the man.
you gotta
And,
love that though. That's so awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we want to write a song for our dads, and I put that out on Father's Day, and
Dude, it was so good. I heard it and was like, holy cow. I think I texted you because you had sent it to me, and I sent it to these guys, and right away heard response on it. But it's a heck of a jam. Again, it's called Superman. But before we kind of tell people where to get it, you're recently married, and we mentioned the new single. What's up, man? How's life treating you in the Music City? Is there anything upcoming show-wise? Where can people check you out?
Yeah, man. You can check me out. It's DaveyArnold.com. First, DaveyArnold.com. I have music out on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. And the last few months, I've just been rolling with the punches like everyone in this country.
We heard that. You're just grinding, man. We can appreciate that. That's we're all about that, man. You were scratching and clawing, and we love
writing
that.
songs, demoing songs, and seeing when it's kind of feeling out with my team, and seeing when the next song should come out, and just taking it from there. I think 2021 is going to be a huge year for music, because a lot of word around town right now is just like anticipation for when the stuff starts to slow down, when shows can start coming back. Because Nashville definitely flipped on its back here with all the shows getting shut down, all the live music venues. But good news is
I'm sure it's waiting to erupt.
It's looking like it's getting crossing a turning point, I should say.
Yeah, I can imagine with what happened there, the devastation, and then everything that with the music being shut down or concerts being shut down. And that I've been there one time and I didn't get to really experience it, and I could only imagine what that place is like, going out and listening to some good music. And now that it's been shut down, I'm sure everyone's just anticipating just when everyone's going to open back up and get going again.
Yeah, man, you can already see the energy starting to come back in the towns bars and all the different music, kind of like we call it Music Row, where everyone writes songs, where all the publishers and kind of businesses are. But yeah, dude, totally. It's just thinking positive. I mean, it looks like everything's slowly getting back to normal. But I was gonna ask you guys if you've ever been out here. Have you guys?
Oh yeah.
Garrett, Seth?
I have not. It's
I
on my
have.
list though. I have to, man. I want to so bad. I've heard too many great things about it.
I enjoyed that Nashville a few times, and one time way too much. Nashville's
I've heard it's easy to do that.
Yeah, no, it's a great environment. I love going out there, and the people in Nashville too. That's the other thing. Just going out everywhere, they're awesome. It was a good place.
Yeah. Well, shoot, Davey.
Nashville always wins, man. Nashville always wins. Don't try to beat Nashville.
Don't try and beat it.
No.
I'm sure you've learned
it's
that.
The new Vegas.
It sounds like Vegas. Experience talking there.
It's quite an experience now, man, with all the bachelorette parties and all the madness. But it's great. It's what makes it fun. And like you said, everyone's in such a good mood all the time, and just a great energy. So it's really exciting to think about that coming back. So.
Sweet, man. Awesome. Well, fellow Monarch, we couldn't be any more happy that you took the time to join us. Everyone go check it out. Superman just released not too long ago. He's all over the place, Spotify, Apple. Check him out. Davey Arnold, DaveyArnold.com as well. But, man, this was a blast, Davey. I know it took us a little time to set this up, but thanks for staying patient, and thanks for working with us and giving us the dates and everything that works, man. You're not even on the same time zone, so we can always appreciate that. So thanks, dude.
Of course, man. Anytime. I'm so happy to hop on this, and it was great. Great meeting you too, Garrett, Danny, Seth. Nice to see you.
Pleasure meeting you.
But if you guys come out here, please let me know. You're more than welcome to stay, and we can fish and party and have a good time.
Yes, sir. You're the man. Thank you very much, Davey. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Take care. Cheers.
See ya. Cheers.
Thanks,
Bam. There's the end of the interview with Davey Arnold, as mentioned, a longtime friend of mine, getting a chance to know him for a number of years now, going back to our high school days, although, that just, 3-4 years ago, back in high school. But not too long ago, it was Davey, singing in the locker room, and you hear him talk about if it was a big crowd, he would get nervous. And now, shoot, a little over 3 years, he's played over 300 shows. Opened up in front of some of the biggest names, Dierks Bentley, Brothers Osborne, Joe Nichols, just huge names in the industry. And he's just a very fun and loving guy. Actually knows Olivia Faye, who was a guest earlier on the show. So that connection as well. And just a lot of cool talking points throughout that whole conversation, I thought.
Isn't it bizarre that he was shy? Like as outgoing and easy to talk to, and like doing these shows, I could see like there's a lot of shy people that are artists and musically gifted and like can do that, but take them off stage and they're like clammed up. But he doesn't fit that for me. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, I don't think he's a natural introvert. I think he it's just stage, not a stage fright, but it's just the fear of the unknown of being in front of that amount of people, or getting judged for the first time in front of your peers or in front of an audience. Like, I think it's just getting over that. But I thought what was crazy was he was like, oh, yeah, I know Olivia. He's like, I take your order when I'm bartending. I'm like.
At Puckett's or whatever, where she absolutely
no way, at that place?
Oh, you weren't there. Yeah,
I wasn't on yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was like, I was like, dude, like, he's got some good songs out, like, and he's played in some big places. And he's still bartending, and that just shows that, like, as cool as this is, and he's on, iTunes, and his music's on Spotify, all this stuff, like, he still has to grind. He's still grinding. Like, this is not just the easy route. He's got a good voice. He's still grinding. He's still working multiple jobs. So kudos to him. I mean, he's doing what he loves, but at the same time, it's not necessarily easy. Either.
Yeah, it's tough to argue if Dierks Bentley is going to tell you, hey, I think you have something, you should probably move to Nashville.
Right.
You probably should book your flight like yesterday. Get your ass there. Like you know what I mean? Like, no, that's what you have to do. Like, that's so freaking cool.
Speaking of Dierks, like, How about he plays the show and then he tells him, I'm playing at your bar after this. First of all, you're playing with a guy that has a bar named after him. And he didn't, like, how cool is that? I think it's freaking sweet.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. I mean, I wish him a ton of success, just because of the fact that he is grinding and he's not, he doesn't have that easy route, but he's grinding. He's got a good song. That Superman song is a damn good song.
Damn good song. It was the
really
intro.
Good.
If anyone's listening, it was the intro to our podcast. It's so good.
It's a very good song. I really enjoy listening to it. I downloaded it on iTunes. So anyone listening, go get it, download it. But just the fact that he's still working, like, I'm just like, damn, it's a tough industry. It's not as easy as we all thought, you know?
Yep. Yeah, they do a good job of masking that on social media or whatever it might be. But when you get to know,
because he's got a big following too.
Big following, you know what I mean? But when you get to know him and appreciate that grind, and that's what we hope to share, you know what I mean? Like, that's what this show is about, is like, yeah, he's got 11,000 followers, whatever, on Instagram. He plays shows. He keeps himself busy, but he's got to make a living too, you know what I mean? And he's willing to do that. And but it's so cool. I mean, I've always, and I'm not just saying this because he hopped on the pod, but I have always had a soft spot for that guy. Ever since day one he transferred in, he's a bright light that walks into the room, you know what I mean? And you guys got to see a little piece of that, and that's what I wanted to share on this. And like Danny said, go check him out. He's all over the place, Spotify, Apple, download Superman. But I just wanted to get that out there about Davey. So that was awesome.
Yeah, no, he definitely is a bright light when he walks into a room. I see what you're saying. He, just so easy to talk to. Enjoyed talking to him. I mean, what a nice guy. The fact that he's a monarch, and hopefully we can help him get his name out there a little bit more to other people I didn't know about. Even my sisters, who are roughly your age, Seth.
Yeah. Yep.
They didn't know. They didn't know who he was, and so just by educating maybe the people that are around us, just for him, for his support to go get his music, and hopefully it'll give him a little bit more of a boost after all this COVID bullshit to get him back going hard again.
On the road and in
exactly,
front of people.
Ride that momentum.
Oh yeah,
it just goes to show too. Like he's got the talent, obviously. He's always had it. But talent only gets you so far. You got to get yourself in the right position. I mean, shoot, man, it's sports, business, music, acting. Got to get that big break, and it sounds like he's on his way, though. Yeah. I mean,
I agree. And if he needs a backup singer,
yeah,
well,
we'll see in the music video, dude. When that drops, I tell you what, that'll be dropping shortly. You guys will not want to miss that. You won't want to miss the upcoming shows. A lot on tap here at Connected by Seams, but we're excited. That was episode 17 of this podcast, and so excited that you guys have joined us once again. And if you've been here since day one, we thank you. But if this is your first time joining us, we hope you liked it. And again, check us out: Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple. Review,
review.
Yeah, leave us a comment.
Leave a review. I mean, tell us we're horseshit, or tell us we need to do something better.
Yeah,
something. Talk about Danny's glasses or Steph's hair or something. Like,
how excited
talk about that bad beard Garrett's got.
Yeah, it's coming in. It's I'm getting there.
You're lucky I shaved mine. I don't want to show you guys up.
Yeah, I mean, give us some kind of feedback. Just be like, you guys are a piece of shit. I hope you guys just shut up. Great. Well, maybe we'll change what we're doing then.
Yeah. Yeah, please, or maybe we won't. Who gives a shit? But hey,
everyone just tell you to fuck off.
I'm just kidding. But hey, we will have an announcement coming soon of our contest giveaway from last episode.
Thank you to everybody for participating as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of good feedback on that. We want to thank everyone for doing that. We have selected a winner though, and get that person their autograph. Signed baseball by our boy, Danny Espinoza. So, again, that does it, though, for us here at Connected by Seams. Seth Smith, Garrett Smith, and Danny Espinoza. We out. Thanks again for tuning in from wherever you may have. Episode 17 now in the books. Join us next Tuesday where episode 18 comes your way. But thanks again, guys. We out.
Thanks, y'all.
Hey, Superman, I bet you never taught a boy to